Hey there Wargamers, Justin Cloud here with another video, and this week I would like to review the new Malifaux starter box for the Guild. Now, first and foremost, these three models right here were not in the starter. I kind of got additional models. Those are the Guild Riflemen. I got those to go with my Malifaux crew. As just additional stuff. I didn't want to just be locked into just the starter and feel like I didn't have a variety, even though this is only three more models. That's not a huge variety. So let's jump right in here to the monetary offset of with everything, starting off with everything here, including the starter and the additional Guild Riflemen and the cards that you will need to play. I think I spent $60 or less on all of this. Now, I'm a savvy purchaser, so I didn't pay full retail for this. I surfed around online to find some discounts. However, for starting a new game and being able to start with everything you need for $60 or less is amazing. This has definitely been a good value. It's enough to play with. Since they're just now starting to work on / push out the, I believe, 2.0 rules, the Riflemen don't have new cards yet, but I believe their stats are in a PDF. These guys come with all new cards, which unfortunately I do not have laid out here. But most of the gear cards that come with the starter box are also in the new rulebook anyway. So the initial setup value, startup value for this particular faction is relatively cheap. And I will say, I'm going to zoom in a little bit, the models look pretty nice. The major problem I had was with some of these guys. These are called the Death Marshals, which were some of my favorite models from the Guild. As you can see, he is glued on by just a little small part right here with his feet. So he's prone to breakages, and then his little pistol dagger thing here is also very, very thin. So while I do think that their products, their models, they have really nice sculpts and very fancy things, some of them are prone to damage just because of how fragile they are with how thin the plastic is. But they do look absolutely stunning. If you are an avid 40K player, the first thing you'll probably notice about Malifaux is that you don't have a variety of assembly options, whereas 40K you do. But that doesn't bother me too much because the models look cool, and from what I've played so far with Malifaux, I feel like almost each individual model kind of represents their own person, whereas in 40K your models kind of start to feel like they are faces without names. So this is Lady Justice, the kind of like leader from the box. Some blood effects on her little sword there. So I thought she turned out pretty well. I tried to give these guys a really quick once-over paint job. I believe this guy is called the, I think he's the Executioner. Or no, he's the Judge. Excuse me, this is the Judge. So, my favorite models out of what I've gotten for Malifaux thus far are either the Death Marshals back here, or the Guild Riflemen. The Riflemen are definitely some of my favorite models here. They just look really cool. Not sure exactly about their rules, but from what I've seen so far, they seem to be a reasonable unit choice in the game. So, this is the last guy. I kind of did a little bit of a conversion. I took the head he's got from a different model and put on the thingy-to-bob, but he turned out nice. So, anyway, that is my quick review of the new Malifaux Guild starter box. Pros and cons. Cons, the plastic can be a little bit thin in areas and brittle, prone to damage. Pros, initial startup investment for Malifaux can be relatively cheap. The game mechanics are very different. I know I didn't talk about that so much in this video, but that is what the cards back here are for. You don't use dice or rule. Well, you use rulers. You don't use dice in this game. You use a deck of cards. So the gameplay mechanics are pretty fancy and different, and it's quite enjoyable. So if anyone out there is considering Malifaux as a branch out game, something new to try, I definitely suggest it, and it can be very cheap. And that is definitely a big deal with the gaming world these days. Getting into a game cheap is a big deal. So anyway, I hope this has been enlightening for you guys out there. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. As always, please comment below. Let me know what you liked or didn't like, and I will try to continue to improve, and hopefully one day I'll have some better equipment to make more polished videos. So As always, guys, thanks for watching and happy wargaming.